This look has no foundation and no concealer. I'm going to be showing you how to do an everyday makeup look using no foundation or concealer. It's pretty insane, and I can't wait for you guys to actually check this out and try it for yourself. Don't forget, I'm on several different social media platforms. You want business, you want productivity, you want fashion, style, you want to watch a video, you want to read, whatever it is, check out my platforms below. I know you're going to love them. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Let's get started. So you've probably seen loads of videos online on YouTube, including some of my own, which really focus on showing you how to create natural makeup looks. But today we're doing something a little bit different. We are going to be doing a whole look using no concealer and no foundation. And no, I'm not going to cheat in any way and use like a skin tint or a tinted moisturizer in any way. I'm talking about like no concealer and no foundation. Now, I have my skincare on. You can put whatever your skincare is already on. Now, I didn't want to really focus on applying skincare because I feel like everyone has different skincare, and I don't want you guys to feel like you have to get specific skincare products in order to kind of create this kind of look. I have nothing on my skin other than my skincare, which is my Road skincare, by the way. I use full Road skincare. I haven't applied any primer or anything either because obviously we're not really going in with a concealer or foundation. Now, one thing I want to do first is actually focus on any darkness that I have on the face. Now, what I'm going to be using for this is a Fenty Beauty Matchsticks, the color corrector in Banana. So I'm going to be using something which is quite brightening, something which is going to kind of just brighten up any dark circles. But the thing is, I'm not going to apply this the way that I would apply it if I was using concealer or foundation on top, because otherwise I would apply a lot more of this. I need to use this sparingly because I really just want it to brighten areas and not necessarily kind of give me any thick coverage, because we've got no coverage anywhere else. So I don't really want something which is going to really stand out compared to the rest of my skin. So yeah, I'm going for the shade Banana because obviously that suits my kind of skin tone better than any other color like a peach or anything. So let's get started. I'm going to use my Sigma E24 brush, which is a diffused blending brush, and I sometimes use this brush for like applying concealer. So I want to apply this now, but I'm going to be kind of very lightly brushing it onto the skin. Now what I want to focus on is having my skin look like skin, because obviously it is going to, because we're not using any concealer or foundation, but I really want to focus on just the dark areas, the areas that are making me look super tired, which is generally this area here. What we want to do is not go close to the lash line. We want to stay kind of close to the outside part, so the outside part of the darkness that you can see. Now I'm really just skimming the brush and I'm not pressing it hard, and any way you need to use your finger, feel free to do so. I'm kind of not really going much lower than my crease because I feel like the minute I do that, it's going to start to look very kind of different to the rest of my face. And you can use your finger in between just to kind of like, you know, like press it into the skin, because again, you want it to press into the skin. I feel like that's actually lightened that quite a lot, like lightened and brightened it quite a lot. So keep going, but don't go all in because you really don't want it to look kind of like mask-like. Okay, and I'm just like basically going like this. Okay, so let's do the other side now. Again, I'm just skimming over the skin. I'm not actually kind of pressing too hard. And I'm sure this is going to be interesting for you to see what this finished look looks like, you know, with kind of mascara on and everything, like with the usual makeup stuff on, but just not having foundation or concealer on. See, I feel like a lot of people think that because we're not putting concealer and foundation on, like you don't have to spend much time on it. But what you don't realize is even like as makeup artists, to create the most natural looking look does take time. It's not like a quick thing, you know, it doesn't mean it's going to take less time. Okay, so I'm really just kind of like painting on top of the dark circle. I'm really focusing on trying to brighten the area. Skimming over the skin. I don't want to apply a lot. What I can do though is really focus on bringing it up here to really lift the area so that, you know, that lifting is going to really help to stop me from looking tired too. So it's not just about covering the darkness and trying to give yourself the coverage. It's also about lifting so that that can kind of counteract the tiredness. So I feel like that's kind of covered that area up nicely. Let's go ahead on this side. Okay, I'm just kind of like swirling it in circular motions, not going too close to my lower lash line, and then we can really focus on this lifting here. And again, you can use your finger if you want. I think the nice thing about this as well is that your flaws like sunspots, freckles, whatever, come through, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, how nice must it feel to not wear concealer or foundation, right? Not all of us are able to do that. That's why I really wanted to kind of show you a way that you can make your skin look as best as you can without having to put foundation and concealer on. It's definitely looking brighter. It's not looking as dark as before. Now, what I want to do is grab my Real Techniques brush. I've got my setting powder. This is not foundation or concealer, but it is in Light Banana from Makeup Forever. And we're going to set the under eye because what we've done is applied a brightener, right? And I just want it to kind of stay put. I don't want it to really kind of create any creases. That's my main thing. Even though I've applied the smallest amount, let's go along the, there you go. Now we want brows which are not overly dark, and that can end up looking dark when you don't have anything else going on the face. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay Brow Blade in Brunette Betty, and I am just going to very lightly fill in wherever I feel like I need kind of it filling in. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't really want them too thick. I just honestly want to focus on filling them where they need it and just very slightly thickening them. I'm going to get the pen side on the other side, and I'm just going to replicate some of the hairs. Kind of happy with that. It's just not over the top. I'm going to use my BK Beauty 108 brush and then my e.l.f. putty blush, and this is like a peachy color, and I am just going to add this to my skin here. And because I don't have any concealer or foundation on, it's basically going to add a really nice flush to the skin, and it's going to look really natural. There, I'm happy with that. I feel like I've got some really nice color going on, and you can go quite high on the cheekbones and it's going to really help to lift, but it's also going to help with the dark circles because you're kind of overlapping it onto the under eye area, but at the top part. Now, curling your lashes is really going to help with this whole look because it's going to open your eyes and stop you from looking so tired, which when you're not wearing concealer or foundation can be the case. So because I know with my skin and my face, if I'm not wearing concealer or foundation, I look super tired. And I've even been told that when I don't wear concealer or foundation, you get people saying, oh, you look so tired. I'm not tired. I'm just not wearing concealer or foundation or mascara. So yeah, it's really annoying, but you know, there you go. So I'm going to use the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl mascara. I couldn't read that, sorry. And I am going to apply this because this is not overly kind of chunky and it's not overly thick. And I feel like this actually just enhances your lashes. So I'm quite happy with this mascara for this look because we haven't got foundation or concealer. So I really don't want, you know, like anything else on my face looking over the top. Okay, let's get a little bit of lip product. This is my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. It looks really weird when you have like a lot of lip liner on and you have no foundation or concealer. So you really want to kind of buff it into the lips so it looks natural. Now I'm going to apply my Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm because I want something that has some color but looks natural. This is in Poppy. And to be fair, you can put some of this blush on. Okay guys, well that is my finished look, which basically has no foundation or concealer. How crazy is that? Like, I wouldn't think that I could make my skin look this good with no foundation and concealer on, so I'm pretty surprised, to be honest, myself, because this was kind of like a tryout for me too, so I really wanted you guys to kind of see, and I want to be honest with you guys about this. If I've ever gone out before with no foundation and concealer, I look probably just actually definitely not as good as this. Not that this is like amazing, but I definitely don't look this good. Like my skin and everything, yeah, looks pretty tired in comparison to this. But I feel like just using a brightener, which isn't a concealer, isn't a foundation, it's not cheating my way through it, it's not skin tint or anything. Like if you were to really swipe this on the skin, it's like pure, like proper lemony yellow. It's actually really good for brightening, and it just goes to show that you just need to brighten the areas that generally look tired and sallow and dull. Yeah, it's pretty insane. I've got no foundation on. That's pretty crazy, but I am liking it. I feel like it's a good option. You know, if you want to spend a little bit more time on it, you can do it. It just goes to show. So I really do hope you've enjoyed this. I hope this is something that's really going to make you try it out. Don't forget, I've got all the products in my description below. Don't forget to try, like, search for those discount codes, guys. There's like hidden discount codes down there. You'll find them anything from, like, I believe 10% up to like 25 or even possibly 30% off. It's pretty insane. So make sure you use them so you can make the most of these kind of like discount codes. And yeah, I hope this is kind of giving you a bit of a push to try something which is different and not have to always rely on concealer and foundation or even a skin tint. So I'm sending you loads of love wherever you are in the world. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you never miss any of my future videos. Until the next video, take care and I'll see you soon.